Hi. Funny way to say hello. I was this week I was just thinking about a situation that happened yesterday, and as a result a thought that came out of it and a question that I asked and the results. Long-winded introduction. Basically I'd messed up on something and I was just feeling a bit miserable about it and didn't really know what to do. So I went for a walk, and then when I came back, still hadn't resolved the situation, but I just sat down and pretty much wrote a song about it, another quick one, and I really like it. It's one of those that you go, that's actually a good idea. And so I've been working on it since yesterday, a little bit last night, and today as well, just to get the shape of it and everything. And I'm a member of a couple of Facebook groups, a lot of musicians and artists are there, and the question occurred to me at the end of the song. It's like, had I not have gone through this situation, would I have this song? Would I have been inspired to write it? Because it was from the point of view of situations keep occurring, and would it happen if different circumstances, where I don't really want to go into that so much, isn't really important. So my question was to Facebook groups of people that I thought might have an opinion on it, other songwriters and musicians and artists, was, would you rather have an experience that would then inspire you to create something, or would you not have the experience at all? And I hope I'm getting the results right, but it seemed to be that even though we don't actively go out and seek events, I use the word trauma when I put the post up. I realised trauma is a bit too much of a emotive word, and it was not traumatic, but I could have done without it. Would we rather not have that experience and then just, sail through, or are we grateful for the experience and then subsequent work that comes out of it, because then you have another piece to add to your catalogue of performance? And sometimes it's from the hardest lessons, or the ones that sting a bit, that you do get some really good work. And it seemed to be that although most people would not necessarily go for the pain, they appreciated that they had this as an outlet, so then welcomed it. So it was almost like it was a resounding, I would rather go through it and have something to show for it at the end than not experience it at all. Which is kind of what I thought, really. And the thing is, when I'd finished the song itself, I was kind of over it. I was more then focused on creating this bit of music and working out how I was going to present it. And even though it's a kind of little bit feeling sorry for myself, a bit remorseful, the way that I'm creating the track around it is, you would sway, you would dance, you might not dance, but you would definitely move to it. There's a beat, there's a rhythm, and it has a relatively, it's a slowish tempo, but it's still not without a rhythmical element. So it wouldn't be just a stock kind of voice and piano and just space, where you'd have so much room where it just takes the air out of the room and you've just got to listen to the words. It could be like that, I could perform it like that, but I just thought every now and again it's nice to bring a somber lyric to a brighter background. So that was the musing for this week. Us creatives, welcome a bit of friction. It inspires us to create. Now you know. If you've got any opinion on that, if you're creative, I'd appreciate finding out what you thought. So there's comments down there at the bottom of this, or you can find me at Casmic on Twitter, and I shall go back to my track and see you next week.